The opinions and views expressed by individuals during this broadcast are their own. They may not be the opinions of this network, their groups, or other organizations they may be involved.
It's Thursday night, the vibe's just right. With Master Roachee, Mama Roachee, brightest light. Turn up the volume, let your troubles slide. On the Knock Network, we take you for a ride. Great music fills your soul and mind. Every week a new surprise you will find. Peace and love in every beat so sweet. Join the journey, feel the rhythm in your feet. Namaste to the night, let's groove so high. With the Roachee crew, we'll touch the sky. Tune in every week, let the good times flow. Thursday night vibes, a place to go. Guests that bring the fire, stories to inspire. With hearts wide open, we take it higher. Spreading joy and laughter, every single show. On the Knock Network, come and feel the glow. In the studio, the magic unfolds. Every Thursday night the story's told. With love and harmony the stage is set. Master Roachee, Mama Roachee, you can't forget. Namaste to the night, let's groove so high. With the Roachee crew we'll touch the sky. Tune in every week, let the good times flow. Thursday night vibes, a place to go. Namaste to the night, let's groove so high. With the Roachee crew, we'll touch the sky. Tune in every week, let the good times flow. Thursday night vibes, a place to go.
Namaste, salutations, and greetings. Gardens, yo, man. Thank you for being here. Yes, it must be Thursday night because this is Thursday night vibes, or my days are really screwed up.
Your days are really screwed up anyway.
Right. So, okay.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It does not matter. So I hope we're here on the right day. Oh, yes.
Anyhow,
that went there went the bean.
So how's your week been?
It has been a week, but the good thing is book 2 is done. Book 2 is done. Joshua White, I miss you too, brother. And you know what? We need to get you on the show here
real quick
to talk about your golf outing this month. And would love to get you up here and tell everybody what is going on. The chicks and the ducks.
The chicks and the ducks.
Out sitting with the chicks and the ducks.
He got chickens and ducks.
And garden. Yeah. I'm digging it.
Don't want any with chickens and no more ducks.
No.
I loved my ducks.
I love my cow and
but when they died, it was hard, and so no more.
I love my cow and duck
Duck.
goose.
Anyhow, Anyhow.
No, I mean, I've got the book finished, finishing up the website probably tomorrow. And I was just getting an email attached, and then the newsletters will start going out. And we are doing more outreach for the lecture series then. So I'm kind of changing gears. I put the book down for a while until I'm ready to work on book 3. I've got ideas brewing.
Well, the first book's pretty good. So you guys, I know nobody's read it yet. I haven't even read the full complete version. I read the first rough draft. So it's pretty good from what I could see. So I look forward to it.
Book 2 will be ready to view shortly. Like I said, it's done.
The kids liked it, except for the artistry.
Yeah, you know what?
Because they're against AI artistry.
But I dig pen and ink art, and for me to do that,
or pay someone to do it,
yeah,
it'd be outrageous.
It would be outrageous, or I wouldn't have all that done for months.
Right.
Months.
So, anyways, I've been being lazy.
Have you?
I have, and I've just been like scouring the internet.
Babyface brother.
Babyface brother.
Hello.
Haven't seen you in forever.
Yes. Namaste, my friend. Good to see you.
So
Good to hear from you.
I came across a Fox News article.
Yes.
And it was about, Fox News is against cannabis, completely against cannabis. They are not for it whatsoever in any way, shape, or form.
Absolutely.
However,
oh.
This article is against cannabis, but it puts out some good facts that we all need to know.
Well, please share.
So the federal survey data shows that an estimated 21.4 million Americans used marijuana daily or near daily in 2025, surpassing the 19.9 million who smoked cigarettes every day. So, I mean, that's like a drastic reversal in this country because cigarettes used to be a huge thing. Most people are putting down the cigarettes and picking up the cannabis.
Right on. The Green Queen of the Great White North has joined us, Kim Cooper.
So
hello and welcome, Kim.
So for the first time in U.S. history, cannabis smoking has surpassed cigarette smoking.
As it should.
So they go into a bunch of other survey data in here, which is kind of interesting, and some of it's kind of, I don't believe it.
DC Sweets. Namaste, my friend.
So it goes into the nation's most common, marijuana is referred to as the nation's most commonly used illicit drug, with 61.6 million Americans reporting use in the past year.
and another 40 million
that won't admit it.
That are lying.
Right. So, but here's the other thing. With this data that they've come out with, alcohol abuse has decreased.
Yes.
So, with the rise of cannabis use, alcohol use has decreased.
Teenage cannabis use is decreasing with legalization.
I mean, not according to this, but
that's one of the I know in one state a report came out recently about the declining teen use of cannabis now as it's legalized,
and it is going down because they try it once and then they don't use it. But the problem with teenagers is a lot of them aren't using cannabis itself; they're using the byproducts of cannabis, the Delta 8, the things that they can get readily, without going to a dispensary. So the funny thing about this is it says that America's marijuana is quickly on track to become America's #1 addiction, which to me isn't necessarily a bad thing, because as cannabis as an addiction, you don't have the violent outbreaks that you have with alcohol. I
think they're using an extremely explosive word calling it addiction. And again, that is spin and not
it is
not fact.
Like I said, it all goes into talking about 1 in 3 users is hooked. A generation of young people is being enrolled in a daily habit before their brains are fully developed, which, if they're over 21, that shouldn't be the case if they're using responsibly.
You know what?
And then it goes on to say that it is big tobacco 2.0.
You know what?
So, like I said,
this is the same shit that they have been spewing
Right,
for
for
years.
Right.
Now, I have some interesting facts.
Well, I was continuing to read through this because there are a few other interesting facts in this article.
Why don't you read through that and find those interesting facts?
I am.
And do you know one of the largest growing segments of cannabis use? You know what that is?
What?
Women.
Yes.
From 45 to 60
It
is the fastest growing segment of the population. And they are seeking it for mostly or primarily medicinal benefits.
So the other interesting thing I was reading in this article was that teenagers were not necessarily using cannabis as much as they were using fentanyl and other drugs like that. Pain medicine, ADHD medicine, fentanyl. Has a higher teen use than cannabis. The other thing that this talks about is hallucinogen use. So using mushrooms, that rose from 2.7% last year to 3.1% of the population this year. So that's on the rise, which is a good thing, because the more these things come out daily on a day-to-day basis, the more they'll be studied and the more they'll be destigmatized. So like I said, I was just reading through this and I kind of thought it was interesting. But with the rise of cannabis as well, prescription opioid misuse has declined because more and more people are using cannabis. So even though this article came out in a negative way, it put out very positive aspects.
But from a fair and balanced news source.
Right. But they're against cannabis use. So, like I said,
so they're not exactly fair and balanced.
It was just an interesting article because in all that negative about cannabis, there's a lot of positive about cannabis.
There is.
That they're not talking about.
That's hidden. Of course not. Now, getting back to the fastest growing segment in cannabis, women between 45 and 60. And you think about this, and this is the age that the propaganda was the most heated, the high, really focused. And now these people are finding, scoot up a little bit, you're squeaking.
Oh, I can't. I'm crowded back here.
Now these women are finding out basically they've been lied to this whole time. And they're seeking this out. And also, women's health, especially what we're getting ready to talk about in the next segment.
People my age.
Yes. Well, even younger, even younger, because we're talking about endometriosis,
right?
And finding relief, and some studies that are looking at CBD primarily for some of this. I think we are going to. I think we're going to jump to a music break just a tad bit early,
and then come back to this subject because this is going to cover.
Yeah, and then come back because we're going to be talking about some women's health issues and some new studies and some thoughts that are being out there. And one thing we do know is women's health has been understudied.
Very much so.
And maybe this could be a turning point for that.
Absolutely.
So first up, Steve-O. Yes, you know Sir Steve-O.
Oh,
the wizard, the man behind the curtain, the man that makes this show what it is. I think he's got some Roots of Creation and Casey Jones waiting for us.
Ooh, some Roots of Creation.
So if we can get old Steve-O to pull that up and give us some Roots of Creation, my friend.
Driving that train, high on cocaine. Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. Trouble ahead, trouble behind. And you know that notion just crossed my mind. This old engine makes it on time. Leave Central Station trouble behind. And you know that notion just crossed my mind.
That notion, honey, that notion.
Mhm.
That is Roots of Creation with their Grateful Dead remake, Casey Jones.
And I love their rendition of it. It's really cool.
I love the Dead's rendition. I love their rendition, man. It's just good.
Sorry, I'm just
Right?
reading through our notes here.
Oh, taking time to read through the notes.
I was, because I sent you the articles.
And I did my own research on the articles. But one thing is consistent across recent research is women's health conditions such as endometriosis, pelvic pain, and menopause have historically received less research attention than many other chronic conditions. And several cannabinoid studies explicitly notes this gap and calls for more high-quality research than making treatment claims. Now, we have seen, we are by no means giving medical advice or doctors or health professionals of any sort.
No. But here's the funny thing about that. The funny thing about CBD and THC in cannabis research and women's health is we know it works.
Well, that's what I'm saying is we've had empirical evidence to show this. We've known this for years. In fact, we've known this for centuries. We've just lost
Hi,
a lot.
Gabby.
Hello, Gabby. Namaste.
So the funny thing is before we even had a product, and this is no joke, before we even had a product, we had women asking us to make suppositories for females. And reason being,
and some tinctures
and the biggest thing was the suppositories
suppositories.
for women's health, for endometriosis and for period pain is what she had specifically asked for.
And I had worked on several formulations,
and we never brought it to fruition.
No.
It was something that we had asked around, and at the time,
well, also it was, I had several formulations in development, but we just weren't able to develop the line.
no, the women's line, and we had planned on it and never got that far.
we have historic evidence of natural
remedies
that help women traditionally, and cannabis has always been included in those. So this isn't new data. We just need to take the empirical data that we know,
yes,
and get some baseline actual scientific data to back this up. And that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for the world to catch up to what we already know. So 1 in 10 women
1 in 10 women
suffer from endometriosis.
right.
So,
And here's the funny thing is
what is funny about all this stuff?
The funny thing
you're saying it's a funny thing.
No, it is a funny.
Everything
It is a funny
to
thing
you.
because as a man, you're not going to understand this. But any kind of abdominal pain during your period or involving your uterus, they consider it some form of endometriosis. So, and it's weird because endometriosis is a broad diagnosis.
Yes, it is.
If that makes sense. That's why I say it's funny, because it could be anything from heavy period pain, and they consider that some doctors will say, well, it's a form of endometriosis. And it's really not. It's just it's heavy period pain. But using cannabis to treat these, using CBD and CBG and the different cannabinoids to treat any kind of female menstrual pain works. And we've proved it. We can, women every day are using it. And that's why the article said more and more women 45 to 60 are the ones that are purchasing and seeking out cannabis.
Well, it seems to help on a few different levels, especially the CBD. And I've said this from the beginning that I started researching all this stuff. There is a definite line between what THC can do
and what CBD
and what CBD and these other cannabinoids can do. And we have been focused, in my opinion, far too long on the THC side of things. THC is wonderful.
But it has its place.
But it has its place. And these other cannabinoids we're finding out are equally as wonderful. And I think that this is a serious area of study. And nobody seems to be wanting to pick up on this. And you just look at the years of empirical evidence of how these plants have helped women treat not only the endometriosis, but menopause and perimenopause.
Absolutely. Come on. Little devil. You don't need any more treats. She came up here to get the treats. Do you see that? I think you've had enough, little fatty.
Well, do you have any? I mean, I thought you were going to have more to say since these were your topics.
Well, I mean, I don't know what else to say. The studies need to be done. We need to advocate for women more. We need to get involved in a lot of the research, and we need to maybe petition some of these colleges about research into women's health and cannabis to the schools that are already doing cannabis research. I don't know what more you want me to say.
Well, I don't know. I thought you were bringing more general information in. But across the cannabinoids. No.
What?
Endometriosis communities. Many people are discussing and using cannabis to manage pain, while also expressing frustration of the limited research and concerns that cannabis use may sometimes overshadow a thorough investigation of their symptoms. So when they're going to the doctor and they tell them that they're using cannabis,
the doctors discount any other symptom.
Right.
That's with anything that has to do any kind of bodily pain. If a doctor knows that you're a cannabis user, period, then they discount a lot of information that you're giving them. I noticed that more and more when, and I hate to say this, but with our daughters, when they go to the doctor, they refuse to tell the doctor that they use cannabis. And there's points in some things where I say you need to tell the doctor that you use cannabis. And then after I tell them to tell the doctor that they've used cannabis, I feel stupid because they should have just kept their mouth shut.
Right.
Because then the doctors seem to discount other things that they're saying because of the cannabis use.
Well, a lot of the doctors aren't even taught the endocannabinoid system at this time or the chemistry. And you have to understand these are developing fields.
So
the doctors have been taught that cannabis use is substance abuse.
Yes.
And they have to skew their judgments like they're talking to an alcoholic or
and they
heroin
can't do that.
addict.
And then if someone is vomiting or whatever, they say, "Oh, it's the, it's the cannabis. You're allergic to cannabis. You have the,
No.
Yeah, I can't think of the name. I can't pronounce it right now. My mind isn't there.
Tell me.
but I mean,
Tell me.
it's one of those things
Say
where,
the
like
word.
I said, you bring it up, screw you,
And it's unfortunate, and this is where education is really important, and that's with the healthcare providers and the healthcare community.
I think as it becomes more
well, withholding, there is definite negatives about sharing this with your doctor or healthcare provider because they may look upon cannabis in a very negative way, and it could, cloud their judgment. Also, on the other hand, by not being upfront with your doctor, they don't know the extent of how many patients are using this and cannot maybe see an arc across patient to patient. So it's a tough call. And maybe we'll eventually, when you put in a doctor that you're looking for, you can put one in that's
a cannabis friendly doctor.
Cannabis friendly doctor.
So I've noticed that more and more of the colleges that are studying cannabis are also offering medical classes in cannabis.
Well, it's important. This should be continuing, high priority continuing education for any
doctor.
Well, any healthcare professional,
right?
Be it paramedic, nurse, doctor. If you need in-service hours, maybe cannabis is one of those areas that you should look into.
And I think that should be. I think it should be required if you're in a legal state. I feel that should be required as part of continuing education for medical professionals.
You would think it would be for the medical community to catch up to everybody else. And, unfortunately, most of the time the medical community leads a lot of this stuff. However, in the cannabis area,
they're way behind.
Yes, they've basically given up or never was interested in cannabis research. Which brings us to that favorite time, everybody's favorite time of the program. Yes, it is. It's intermission time. So stick by to see all of these great sponsors of the NOK Network. We are proud to have them as sponsors, and without them, the NOK would not be doing what it's able to do. And a huge thanks to Kim Cooper, the Green Queen of the Great White North, for making all of this possible. So, Steve-O, everybody's waiting for it. We can't make them wait any longer. I will see you in 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
name is John Mark, aka Sublimator Warrior, and I would like to welcome you to Smoke Signal in Tyndinaga.
One dab make your whole dome drip sweat. One dab make the homies all dip set. One dab, only really need one dab. One dab.
Smoke Signal is a medical dispensary where you can get all your products and needs.
Start vaping a whole bunch. Might just start laying off the blunts. God. Ooey, ooey, gooey, that's a sticky dab. Sticky dab. Might just have to put this one on Instagram. Go and hold it in, feel it in your ribs.
So come and check us out in Tyndinaga. 55 Highway 49 in Tyndinaga. It's on the res, and we're open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week.
If you need a fix.
Join us for NOK Network monthly specials, 12 months a year, movie nights, spotlights on entertainment, and live on location coverage. Stay up to date about upcoming programming by subscribing to NOK Network on Rumble, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, Twitch, and Facebook. Check out our webpage at www.noknetwork.com.
Dirty Dave, award-winning cultivator for over 4 decades. Dirty Dave, prized genetics fueled by advanced nutrients, original OG organics.
Everybody must get stoned. Yeah, well, they stone you when you're walking down the street. They stone you when you're trying.
Dirty Dave, award-winning products available at these fine establishments.
But I would not feel so alone.
Ask your shop to carry Dirty Dave. Contact us at dirtiesdoggies@gmail.com.
Welcome back to the show in our regular program. And we're back. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did.
Yeah, barky dog.
You know what? The dog saw that and just can't wait to tell everybody else. You know, that's the way it is. Please take a moment, pause with me for a second.
You can do that. I'm going to let her outside.
Please do.
Okay.
And let's spark one up for the prohibition state of Indiana. Please share this time with me in your own fashion. Time to end prohibition in Indiana. I hope you're all having a wonderful night. Thank you for stopping in and saying hi and giving us a view. I appreciate it. You know what? When here she is. She is back.
I'm gonna leave her out for a minute.
You know, we were discussing in the first part of the show women's health.
Yes, we were.
And now we're going to kind of change over to something that affects a lot.
Everyone,
people.
really. Especially in this day and age.
And one place that has been just a wealth of information and research is the Hebrew University. And it's funny, the only reason that they really got involved in cannabis research back in the 60s and 70s is they were a small country, a small university. They didn't have much money. And one of the areas that wasn't taken, and it was open to them because nobody else wanted to have anything to do with them, was cannabis research.
Right.
And they have kind of become the pioneers in cannabis studies over the years, and now into cannabinoid studies. In fact, I think CBD was founded at the
I believe you're right. I
Hebrew
believe
University.
quite a few of the cannabinoids were.
Well, what we want to talk about tonight is something that could affect you. It definitely affects somebody you know, whether a friend or a family member, and that is fatty liver disease, or known as MASLD.
The reason I said what I said earlier is that more and more Americans are being diagnosed with fatty liver disease.
Yes.
Because of the food we eat and the toxins that we're putting into our body. Fatty liver disease is becoming more and more common every day.
It is. It is. And one of the most common or closely associated with is obesity, type 2 diabetes, and metabolic syndrome.
Right.
So, I mean, this affects a lot of people in this day and age. And just when you think, you know how CBD and THC gets broke down in the bodies, you know the endocannabinoid system.
You know the CB1 and the CB2 receptors.
And then this comes out. And guess what? This, what they're talking about and how CBD and THC is working on fatty liver disease is in the liver itself. It's not associated with a CB2 receptor like you would think.
Right. Which I found super interesting. I think it's like, I don't know, we were doing some research on different plants and stuff that use the CB receptors.
Lead man. What up? And
Lead man.
Donnie up church.
So what
my
was,
brother-in-law.
What was interesting is
welcome.
This is
Your
one of the
sister won't shut up for a minute.
This is one of the first.
See, trying to talk to you. That's why we never get to talk. Right here. Go ahead, continue.
No, it's okay.
No,
go right ahead.
No, I've said hi to Donnie.
So what I found interesting is we've done research on other plants that use the CB receptors, but not cannabinoids that use no receptors.
Right.
So these are directly impacting and cleansing the liver. Directly. They do not attach to a receptor, which is interesting.
Yeah, research suggests CBD and CBG improve markers in metabolic dysfunction associated with MASLD. Yes, I'm reading some of this.
Yeah, fatty liver disease. Yeah.
Researchers observed that fat buildup in the liver, reduced fat buildup in the liver, improved insulin sensitivity, better cholesterol and triglyceride profiles, restoration of lysosomal function, and this is important. This is where how cells get rid of waste, how they get rid of the toxins, and by improving that or restoring that, it's helping at a cellular level detoxify the body. Improved energy production inside the liver cells. Interestingly, CBG appeared to outperform CBD in several metabolic measures, including LDL cholesterol reduction and insulin sensitivity. And these are in animal models.
Right. So this part right here I find interesting. I think it's on your next page.
All right, well, go ahead.
And it goes into talking about dosing and how dosing matters.
Well, go ahead.
So this CBD and CBG showed that the lowest overall hepatonic liver toxicity potential among the cannabinoids tested at higher exposure levels. So these are high exposure levels to CBD and
Right.
CBG. It says showed some indications of liver stress, while CBC demonstrated a greater toxicity signal in this model. And then it says the study highlights that dose matters.
Well, and the other thing is we've looked and talked about CBC as in metabolism and insulin sensitivity also. So, and it's shown a lot of promise.
But this is saying that that's what's showing.
Right. So what that's telling me is CBD should be the lead and CBC may be a minor
Component in the formulation.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, this is MSLD affects hundreds of millions of people worldwide and currently has no approved medication specifically for reversing the disease. So there's no treatment, there's no cure, or there's treatment for it. Except for like lifestyle interventions.
And lifestyle interventions can only do so much.
Right. And, maybe this could be the first breakthrough medically to treat this disease, which right now has really no treatment other than diet, exercise,
right.
Drink more water, the same advice they give you for everything. So this is very, very important research to keep an eye out for.
Gotta let the heathen back in. I'll be right back. You need to entertain them.
Well,
For just a second.
Well, this is kind of this is all in animal stage research and development. I mean, is this something that we that really has room to continue, or is it going to be killed and buried again like so much other information?
So I feel like as we find out more and more about the plant, about the cannabinoids, I feel like more research is warranted as long as they allow it.
Well, right now this is all animal studies.
Right.
I mean, when are we going to get to actually, human test subjects? We're not talking about a toxic material that we are unknowingly introducing into the human body.
Lay down.
We're already using CBD products,
right,
of different strengths and formulations. So what's the hold back on
studying somebody that's already ingesting it or already utilizing it?
Find a agreed upon distributor manufacturer and start a clinical trial.
Right.
It's there. It's legal. The problem is it profitable? And that's what it comes down to. The only reason that studies are conducted is they think the result of the study is going to be profitable. You're not going to study something, spend money researching if there's no profit at the end of it, unless you're Nikola Tesla. And the man was a genius and he didn't care. But there's very few of them around. So you've got to remember, all of these studies are based with one goal, is to find profit at the end of the study.
True. Which I don't know. I feel like that's what a lot of the universities, and I feel like in the universities it shouldn't be about profit.
Well, it shouldn't be, but it's the people that are giving the universities the money,
right,
for the research. They're the ones that expect to see something
right
at the end of the research. Mainly something they can get all their money back plus, then some from what they're spending on research.
Right.
So that's why
Sally says she'd volunteer for testing.
Well, so would I. Hello, Sally. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in.
So no, yeah, and I agree. I think for one, now that laws are changing, more research should be opening up. However, where is that going to put cannabis? Where is that going to put CBD?
Well, I don't know. And that's, another thing is it's been illegal for so long and has been dismissed for even longer that there's hesitation in the research community.
Right.
But I think that's changing. I think academically people are giving these results, a good look.
Well, and that kind of goes back to that Fox News article. I know it didn't it wasn't very fond of cannabis. However, when 30%, 29 point whatever percent, when 30% of the country are using cannabis on a daily basis, there needs to be research. There needs to be studies. They need to be done unequivocally unbiased.
Well, the government lies to us. And they don't listen to us, and it comes back and bites them on the ass eventually. And this has taken almost 80 years to come back and bite them on the ass. So I'm looking forward to it. Well, that's the thing, Sally. We were talking about research is only done with profit in mind at the end. So we have to take all of this stuff with a grain of salt. And some of this stuff may never get researched because it's not profitable, and it will be dispelled as myth and pseudoscience because they just didn't see a dollar in doing the research.
No, I agree.
And that's, where plant medicine got shelved because there's no use in researching plant medicine if it's free to everybody.
Do you want to know what's funny?
What?
That's just funny quip. So I flea treated all the animals today, the drops on the back of the neck. And so they're all antsy and irritated and mad at me. So I hear two cats that sound like they were fighting out there just now. And I walk out, and it's Miss Kitty on the floor talking to Ferbert, and I think she's going, "You know what that bitch did to me?" And they're just talking. They're not fighting. But,
all right.
But I think they're talking bad about me.
Well, they should be. They should be. And you know what?
It's time for a song.
Sometimes you just got to walk. Sometimes you got to whistle while you walk because that's the only thing left that you can do. Just like what Roachee Valor talks about in this next song, Whistle While You Walk. Steve-O, please give us some Roachee Valor. You know how much we love him.
Let's go. I remember traveling on the tracks, trying to find a way from the past. Backpack was full of some trash that I picked up. Man, these habits are bad. Hey, I remember rolling the bubble, following the smoke, then finding the trouble. Popping off quick, then throwing the double. Was always acting first, thinking second, pushing the pedal. I've been looking for good, but I've been walking through hell. I don't know how to act, I'm always messing up on this railroad track. So I whistle while I walk, whistle out the talk, do it all day, so I ain't gotta worry about what they say. Whistle while you walk, whistle out the talk. You ain't gotta hear everything they say about messing up. Hey, we've all got a past, we've all done some good, we've all done some bad. So worry about the now, not about the crash, cause you keep tripping over actions brought up from your broken path. Don't talk about what you should've won, don't worry about what you could've done. Just don't quit if given the chance, cause we don't all get one, so take you a stand. I've been looking for good, but I've been walking through hell. I don't know how to act, I'm always messing up on this railroad track. So I whistle while I walk, whistle out the talk, do it all day, so I ain't gotta worry about what they say. Whistle while you walk, whistle out the talk. You ain't gotta hear everything they say about messing up. Bystanders only hear out the bad, so give them what you fixed while you're whistling past. Make a melody only out of your head, cause you only got use to lead yourself till you're dead. Whistle while you walk, yeah. Hey. I've been looking for good, but I've been walking through hell. I don't know how to act, I'm always messing up on this railroad track. So I whistle while I walk, whistle out the talk, do it all day, so I ain't gotta worry about what they say. Hey, 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 whistle while you walk, whistle out the talk. You ain't gotta hear everything they say about messing up.
That was Roachee Valor, Whistle While You Walk. If you dig Roachee as much as we do, check him out. Give him a like and follow. He is everywhere. Hardworking artist, positive individual, just a great guy through and through.
He's doing all kinds of crazy stuff now. He's doing boxing. He's doing music.
Oh, yeah. You know what? He is a man of many talents.
Definitely go give him a look-see.
Absolutely. Well, it's getting to that time.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
You mean we made it through another one?
Well, not yet, but we're
almost there.
But we're getting close. We're getting close. No, I'm very interested in the fatty liver
study. I was too, and I thought you would find it really interesting because the research that they're doing is just amazing, and finding out that it doesn't use the CB1 and CB2 receptors, I thought, wow, that's crazy.
And that opens up a lot of questions.
How much do we know about the endocannabinoid system?
Right, and what are we missing, and what else is going on in the body? You know, the endocannabinoid system may just be kind of a control center that makes sure that these cannabinoids are sent to the right place also. It's going to be interesting on this developing research, but yeah, that was the breakthrough that I really saw, that the individual organ was using these cannabinoids.
Well, I think it's funny that the toxicity.
Oh, would you guys be able to do a segment on ALS and cannabis? Well, absolutely, DC Sweets. I think we've done that in the past, actually.
We have, because we have a friend that has Parkinson's.
Yes.
I mean, ALS is Lou Gehrig's, but
they're similar.
The treatments are similar, and cannabis is doing a lot of the same things to help.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
that is one of the topics that we do like to talk about.
Absolutely.
So we'll get that on an upcoming segment. Thank you for the suggestion, DC. Appreciate it. And if you guys don't know
Lou Gehrig's disease, right? ALS?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know DC Sweets, check him out. He does some amazing things in the community.
And puts out some really positive energy.
And he is a Rastafarian, a true Rastafarian, my friends. Yes. And DC is, he is a brilliant individual. So check him out and let him share some of his wisdom with you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Say goodnight, Crystal.
I will. You guys, as I always say, be good to yourself, be good to each other, smile at somebody. You may be the only person that does, and it may just brighten their day. You guys have a fabulous weekend. Be safe. And good night. What you got to say?
At this point, a lot, or very little, actually. Thank you for joining us tonight. I hope that we enriched your day a little bit. If you have ideas like DC does, please let us know what you would like to hear, and we would be happy to cover that for you. Also, if you know any independent, hardworking artists that have videos or some good music, forward them to us. Get us in touch with them, because we love, helping out independent artists. That's one of my passions. So please send us that information.
Absolutely.
Have a safe and responsible weekend for those who have the weekend off. For those of us that will work the weekend, you know what? Remember the 10% rule.
You're not working tomorrow.
No, I'm
Oh,
not.
you're off
But
tomorrow.
I'm working after that. So, I always look at this at like 70%. So, by the time I get to Friday, it's 10% Friday because you've got to save some stuff for the days off. So don't overdo it. Remember, you're just a human resource.
Really?
Yeah, you got to be straight with folks, and it does suck, but that's where you're at. Hey, until next week, and as always, peace, love, good vibes.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, and thank you.
It's Thursday night, the vibe's just right. With Master Roachee, Mama Roachee, brightest light. Turn up the volume, let your troubles slide. On the Knock Network, we take you for a ride. Great music fills your soul and mind. Every week a new surprise you will find. Peace and love in every beat so sweet. Join the journey, feel the rhythm in your feet. Namaste to the night, let's groove so high. With the Roachee crew, we'll touch the sky. Tune in every week, let the good times flow. Thursday night vibes, a place to go. Guests that bring the fire, stories to inspire. With hearts wide open, we take it higher. Spreading joy and laughter, every single show. On the Knock Network, come and feel the glow. In the studio, the magic unfolds. Every Thursday night the story's told. With love and harmony the stage is set. Master Roachee, Mama Roachee, you can't forget. Namaste to the night, let's groove so high. With the Roachee crew, we'll touch the sky. Tune in every week, let the good times flow. Thursday night vibes, a place to go. Namaste to the night, let's groove so high. With the Roachee crew, we'll touch the sky. Tune in every